Welcome back, awesome Asteroid fans and subscribers. It is JoyToy time. Not only is it JoyToy time, it's JoyToy crossover Warhammer 40k time. That's right, it's time for the Space Wolves Battle Pack, the Hunter Pack. This came today about 15-20 minutes ago. I'm going to open these up and then I'm going to turn the camera around and have a look. But first, I've taken the cellophane off. Let's have a quick look inside the box. Everything as the same it appears. On the back it is showing 4 different figures, not the same figure from the front. These aren't blind boxed, I believe, but it's different to the last ones. The last ones, yeah, the figure on the front was shown 2 or 3 or 4 times on the back, not all 4 figures. Anyway, I will get the rest out. I will unbox them, set them up, turn the camera around, and then we can look at these bad boys and see what they're like and how they compare to the Ultramarines as well. So let's turn the camera around and get into this. Okay, here they are. They are looking pretty good. Now, my first impressions from just unboxing them. Compared to the Ultramarines look better in the sense that if I grab this Ultramarine here, is that the white highlighting on the edges pops more because there's more of a contrast from this darker colour. On the Space Wolves, this Hunter Pack, you don't have that contrast as much. However, where you've got the sort of panel lining, that pops more. So I guess it's, you know, different horses, different courses. Though I guess they look equally rather as good. Now these guys are obviously more colourful, having their yellow shoulder pads and their red shoulder pads there. They do look pretty good. So let's take a look at each in turn. In fact, before that, there is one improvement I've noticed already over the Ultramarines. This is their sidearm, this pistol here. They all come with this pistol. Now this is the one with the Space Wolves. And can you guys see the improvement? Anybody? Well, let's compare. You'll see straight away now. The Ultramarines is single colour. This is dual colour. They've got a black and then they've got that bolt gun metal as well. So it's a dual colour gun, which makes it look far better. It's a small difference, but it does make all the difference. So I think that's a great job by JoyToy. Small improvement, but it does go a long way. Okay, so let's look at all of them in turn. Start with this guy here. I'm not going to say their names because I'm not going to remember them all. Nice head sculpt. I think it looks pretty damn good. Very nice. Differences we can see in this attachment here on the leg as well. Backpack is the same. I think these packs are the same. Everything else is pretty much identical from what I can tell, as you'd expect, because it's saving retooling and whatnot. Articulation the same too. Gun looks to be the same as well, but that head sculpt is really nice. I love the way they've got that sort of screaming face. Very nice. Okay, let's go to guy number 2, another one whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce or remember. So again, same on the body and everything, far as I can tell, no differences, just the head difference. But I'm not complaining because it is such a nice looking head. Again, as to get a bit of a close up, we can see there, pretty cool. Guy number 3, probably my favourite head on the bunch. Pretty damn cool. Let's get a bit of a close up. There we go. Again, there's no differences in the armor compared to the other 2 that are immediately obvious, or compared to the Ultramarines, apart from this part underneath here. He's got that little skull hanging down. Other than that, he appears to be the same, but he doesn't have the little tail there coming out. And then the Sergeant face sculpt is pretty good. Real stereotypical sort of Space Wolves. scream into battle, blah, 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 berserk, rage, whatever. Obviously, he's got difference. He's got a knife. He's got this part that's hanging down around, like runes hanging down around his neck there. He does come with a chainsaw as well, and he's got this part hanging from his shoulder there. Nothing else different that I can make out. And again, we've got the two-tone, the two-tone color on the gun as well. In fact, was that on the? Yeah, that was on the Ultramarines too. Very, very nice looking. Now, I think this knife, is it a new knife? Maybe it's just, it looks like a new knife perhaps. It could be, I know the coloration is different with the handle being gold, but it could possibly be a new knife as well. But does look pretty damn cool. Okay, articulation of all these guys is going to be exactly the same. So I will take one. I'll take this guy here since he's to take his gun out of his hand straight away. So I'll go for articulation, and after that I will pause, change the heads around, have a look, then grab a couple of the Ultramarines, have a look, and we can wrap up from there. So head, we do have a very small side to side. We have a forwards and backwards. This will depend on the sculptor side to side, and they can turn. Shoulders will go all the way around, but you have to go around the backpack part. Jetpack, these parts do swivel, but they will be quite stiff. There we go. Shoulder out to the side. Now the shoulder joint should pop out a little bit to help the shoulder go slightly higher. And if you look there, you can see that little part. Can you see it there? Maybe you can't see. There's a little part trying to pop out, that blue part inside. Obviously, having shoulders like this bulky, you're going to struggle with articulation. So shoulders are probably the weak point on these figures. There, that's better. You can see how the shoulder's popping out. This blue part is popping out there in each side. Bicep articulation. If it's not in line with the shoulder, it will be phenomenal. Well over 90 degrees. So that's fantastic. Trunk. Forwards, backwards, side to side turn. Waist can turn separately. I should say there is a bicep swivel. Forgot that. The hands are on a barbell in, barbell out joint. So you can do any position you want very, very easily. I prefer that system. They have a thigh twist, double kneecap, but very chunky legs. But look how tight that is. The only problem is you get this thin part on the knee joint there, but incredibly tight on the bend considering. They have boot turn, which is great. They have tippy toes, which is a small but okay. Dorsiflexation, which is small but okay. Their feet do swivel side to side. So if their legs are outwards, it's not too far. They can try and get their feet slightly flatter. Forwards on legs is okay. Backwards is minimal. And then you see here they've got this toe joint. So the toes can go up. So for some poses, don't know if I have to do this, better do this quickly. You may want to get one foot so close. There we go. You may want to get 1 foot on a toe. That was actually pretty damn quick to balance, all things considered. Very, 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 very good articulation for the scale, or rather for the bulkiness as well. And that balance was really rather quite easy. Well, I'm really messing up my word today. Must be too excited to have new 40k figures. Okay, so I'm going to quickly pause this, come back in an instant view, guys, and have their heads changed around. So let's have a look. So here they all are, helmeted and posed up. One is running, one is doing your side classic shooting stance, one more of a James Bond 007 stance, and the classic sword in the air and I will shoot for the glory of the Emperor sort of stance. Very easy to pose, great looking figures. Now if I get one of the latest Ultramarines, an Ultramarine Intercessor, they're wearing this same armor, so just that it pops more, as I said, with that white on the Ultramarine that it does with the Space Wolves. I think they could have done a panel lining dark on the Space Wolf, so for a greater contrast again. But I think there's there's no real difference in what I prefer. If I was a Space Wolf fans, it'd be the Space Wolves because they're pretty much identical in terms of their articulation and aesthetic here. If I'm Ultramarines fans, it would be the Ultramarines. Now, the thing I said earlier, which they have changed, is you see that the Space Wolf's small gun here has the 2-tone and only 1-tone on the Ultramarines gun. The other thing I should point out, and I showed the boxes earlier, on the back there's a tick which shows you which one is inside. So even though there's a picture on the front telling you anyway, the back has a tick to let you know so you can double check. Fantastic figures. I think JoyToy again done a fantastic job with these, but you'd expect that since they are the same articulation, armor, etc. as the Intercessors, which are fantastic. Just that if you're a Space Wolves fan, these obviously be better. They do look good. They are another great release by JoyToy. They're really knocking out the park. They're really smashing it with these Warhammer 40k releases. I think they've done an amazing job with this, and I can't recommend these enough to you guys. Okay, please click on the notification icon and subscribe if you've not done so already to stay up to date latest news, reviews, videos, etc. And I'll be back soon with more awesome actual video reviews for you guys. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.